Frame to frame animation is totally different from keyframe animation. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the two types of animation using a jumping tutorial. So as you can see here, we are going to start with keyframe animation. So I'm going to show you how to use keyframe animation to make your animation look very nice and fantastic. So this is my first frame, and remember we are in jumping animation, right? So we want to create this person jump, but we are going to use keyframe animation first, then we shall use frame to frame animation, right? So that is your first frame. So I'm going to add a frame. Remember we are in keyframe animation, so I'm going to add another frame, and this frame will be after jumping, when it's from the jumping action. So as you can see, our stick node after jumping will be in that action, right? So here is setting off to jump, and I'm putting the last frame as after jumping, right? So I'll clearly set it to be here, like here. Let me put it somehow down, and this one I will also put it down, right? So I'm going to click on my first frame and add another frame between these two frames. So this keyframe will be when this stick man is up and is making a very high jump, right? When it's up and is making a high jump, right? So this stick man is up and is making a high jump, a very high jump, right? So as you see, the first frame is setting for the action, the second frame is up, another frame is landing, right? So in between the second frame and the first frame, we are going to add another frame showing this stick man at the right. So when this stick man is just like there, right? Now between these two keyframes, you see, I'm going to add another frame. Remember we are in keyframe animation, and this frame will be for this man